Hello and welcome to our live coverage this evening of the BetMcLean Cup quarter-final and semi-final draw here at the National Football Stadium at Windsor Park. We're in the headquarters of the Northern Ireland Football League. 8 teams waiting to find out who they will face in the quarter-finals. 2 of those from the Championship, hoping to pull off further upsets in this competition. It has already been very exciting, and we begin with some exciting news as well, because BetMcLean have extended their partnership with the Northern Ireland Football League. A rebrand of the competition, officially from this point on known as the BetMcLean Cup, and it sees the partnership go into its 8th year, because it will last until at least the end of the 2024-25 campaign. But to tell us more about it, let us welcome the Managing Director of BetMcLean, that is Paul McLean. Paul, thank you very much for being here. And Neil Coleman as well. He is Head of Marketing and Communications at the Northern Ireland Football League. Gentlemen, thank you very much. I know everyone's excited for the draw, but we're excited for this deal. And tell us, Paul, what does it mean to be supporting this competition, officially, as we call it, the BetMcLean Cup?
Yeah, we're delighted to be associated with the BetMcLean Cup. We came on a few years ago. I think the competition has grown strength to strength every year. We had the largest attendance last year of any game in the Northern Ireland Football League, and the competition has come on greatly, and we're delighted to extend our partnership with NIFL and try to grow the competition a little more.
And in doing that, you've obviously seen value from that. Tell us about what that's been like.
Well, obviously, yes. It does what it says in the tin. BetMcLean, we're a betting company. It's our core customer. Soccer is very important to our business. We like to support local soccer. We do so through this. We do so through different clubs in the league, and it's a very successful partnership, and we're very pleased with the results to date.
You wouldn't put your name on it if it wasn't working, and you talk about growth. Over 11,000 at the final here in March. That's tremendous.
Yes, it was. It was a great attendance and a great cup final. It turned out to be a real thriller, and we were very happy with the way it turned out.
Now, Neil, tell us, what does this partnership mean to you? Because it's not a new thing, it's an existing partnership, and to see it continue and to see it flourish, it all points to very positive things.
It's been very special for the last number of years, Michael. Paul and everyone at BetMcLean have been tremendous sponsors of NIFL and really taken us on this journey. We both set out this objective to really grow the competition and really grow the prestige of it. And as we've seen last year, over 11,000 people packed in to watch one of the games of the season. It really couldn't have gone better for us. But we don't really want to rest on our laurels. We want to go that next step and go that next step further. And I think the rebrand, the relaunch of the BetMcLean Cup and giving it this real strong identity in Northern Ireland and beyond is really key to the future of us and the partnership.
People love to see a bit of bravery too, and both of you backing this competition to be bigger and better than before.
Oh, undoubtedly. I think that's nearly the mantra of NIFL at the minute. We want to go bigger and better. We are proud of where we are and what our role is in the community. And I know BetMcLean is focused on those same objectives. I'm really looking forward to the draw. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the competition. There's some great games. There's some upsets already in the competition, and I think the rest of the remaining rounds will be much of the same.
Well, we look forward to seeing how that pathway is plotted out, because soon we will get to the draw. But before we do that, let's remind ourselves of last season's showpiece, a memorable match back here in March, a 7-goal thriller, no less. Cliftonville edged out Coleraine.
Well, I'm Cliftonville born and bred, lived on the Cliftonville Road, still do. My mother still lives there. My era for Cliftonville was in the 70s. My next door neighbour played on the left wing for Cliftonville, and his name was Billy Patterson.
Oh, sensation. There was a big crowd out there today. I mean, if you look across, a lot of Coleraine supporters have come up, and I think also they made a really good effort with charging less for tickets, and that kind of, gives an opportunity for people to come to football finals that they haven't been to before, but it's great.
I'm really looking forward to this. The excitement is building. Have a sneaky... No, I'm not going to say.
We're seeing how the game has changed over the last few years. It's come on leaps and bounds. I mean, we're seeing some of our players getting interest from the Premier League and the Championship, and it's an exciting time for Irish football, and it's just fantastic to be a part of it.
Something's happening today that will get us going in the future, and we can repeat in the future. But this is a great example of how football is building and building in Northern Ireland.
As we started talking to the people coming in, the crowds are gathering, everyone's in great form, and everyone's going to really sort of skip to their step today. You know, lovely to see it, and I think, you know, that may continue, that you've 10, and I'm hearing just before I come in there, 11, did someone say 11,000 tickets sold? Between 10 and 11,000 tickets, which is a credit to everyone who's decided to put the work in and organise today.
Well, I mean, the game was good. I just love the fact there's so many people here.
This club is very much part of the community. It defines who people are. If they do well, the community does well. It's the feel-good factor that football gives people, and long may it continue.
The first major silverware of the season belongs to Cliftonville.
What an incredible game that was. And beside me now, one of the stars from it. 2 goals when you were representing Cliftonville to victory in that match. A dramatic goal to take it to extra time, and then a goal in extra time. Paul O'Neill, of course, now of Larne Football Club. Paul, welcome to the draw. Tell us about the final. What was that like to be involved in?
Yeah, last year it was a brilliant spectacle, maybe especially for the neutral as well. You know, it was a great game. It was a Cliftonville team, went 2-0 down, and then thankfully brought it back to 2 each, put it in the extra time, and you know, thankfully we went on to win the game.
And the atmosphere, playing in front of 11,103 spectators, the noise in this place when you scored that late goal from the Cliftonville fans was something else.
Yeah, the atmosphere was electric, so it was just brilliant to be a part of. It was a great day out. The cup's it's a great cup to win, and you know, last year thankfully we came out the right end of it, and you know, like I said, it was a great spectacle, especially for the neutral to watch.
And that's what footballers want, isn't it? You want to play for trophies, and you want to play in front of big crowds.
Yeah, 100%. You want to play in front of the big crowds, and you want to win silverware. We were unfortunate last year with Cliftonville just to miss out in the league as well. So it was good to win the League Cup and go right down the wire as well in the league.
Well, it's great to have you along with us. We're going to get you two to just swap positions there, if you don't mind. Paul McLean is going to be drawing the home teams in a moment. Paul O'Neill will be drawing the away teams. But first, we're going to make sure that all 8 balls are in, which I'm more than happy to verify that they absolutely are. And just to run you through who takes which number. Number 1, Anna United. Number 2, Cliftonville. Number 3 is Coleraine. 4 is Dungannon Swifts. 5 is Glentoran. 6 is Linfield. 7 is Loughgall. And 8 is Newry City. So the matches are going to be played on the 1st of November. That's a Tuesday. Good luck to all the teams involved. Without further ado, Paul.
The first home team is number 7.
So number 7, first out, it is Loughgall. Paul, who will they face? Our first quarter-final tie.
Number 5.
Number 5, so Loughgall against Glentoran. What a game at Lakeview that will be.
Number 2.
Number 2 is last year's winners, Cliftonville.
Number 8.
Against Newry City. So an all-premiership tie there.
Then we have Team 3.
Team 3 is Coleraine.
Number 4.
And they will play Dungannon Swifts.
The final for home team will be 6.
Number 6 is Linfield.
And number 1.
And number 1 is Anna United. So that is some tie for Kieran McGurgan's team. Can they create another scalp in this competition. Sorry to bring that up, Paul. Unfortunately, Larne fans will know they were on the wrong side of that one. But that's what happens in cup football. You just don't know what is going to happen. And let's talk about the game at Lakeview. If I can just bring you in here for a second as our expert footballer. If you're a championship player, getting Glentoran down there, what an exciting night.
Yeah, it's a cup competition and it's a one-off game. We found that out the hard way last week when Anna beat us. We were at the wrong end of the results. So, anything can happen in these cup competitions, and it's making for a good. We're in the business end of the competition now. So, hopefully it creates good atmosphere and great spectacles.
And there's no sure things when it comes to cup football either. What is it about that? Because commentators throw out the old "it's a lottery," but how does that happen?
It's just it's the way the game pans out. Last year the way the final went, we found ourselves 2-0 down, and you've nothing to lose. It's a cup competition, so we went for it last year, and got the 2 goals, brought it in the extra time, and anything can happen in the competition, and that's what makes it a great competition. Any
of those fixtures in particular leap out to you?
I thought there would have been maybe a tasty tie, but the games are, like I said, anything can happen. Clifton Newry, the top flight ones, but again, cup competition, anything can happen. So we're in their business there, and we'll see who progresses in the next round.
Well, we can take a little recap on it. Loughgall against Glentoran. Newry City head to Solitude to take on the defending champions Cliftonville, who have won it 6 times in their history and 5 times in the last decade. So it shows you the pedigree of the Reds. The Bandsiders, well, after the taste of defeat, they want to get back to winning ways in this competition. We know they have a rich history, and against the team who won it here back in 2018 was against Ballymena United. That was a very memorable game. Rodney McAree was in charge of the Swifts at that point, and Linfield will go into their game as favourites, but nothing's as straightforward as that in football, is it? So those are the quarterfinals. Let's now move on to the semi-finals, and this draw will consist of 4 balls. Obviously, we'll be breaking down the winners of the matches and getting our semi-finals from there. The semi-final fixtures will be played on Tuesday the 6th and Wednesday the 7th of December. So again, if you could put the balls into the trophy, please. And let's get started. Let's find out who the first home team out is.
The first home team out will be 2.
So that is the winner of quarterfinal tie 2. So Cliftonville or Newry City.
Number 3.
And they will play Coleraine or Dungannon Swifts.
Number 1.
Loughgall or Glentoran. You see where this is going?
Number 4.
Will play the winner of Linfield Anna United. So, there's 2 big Belfast clubs are hoping for a derby game in there. There's 2 championship clubs hoping that first and second in their league will have a better chance now of reaching a final. And then 4 premiership teams slugging it out in the other 2 matches. We've gone through the draw sequence impeccably, gentlemen. We've got no wrong numbers. What a relieved presenter I am, first of all. I can see Neil Coleman's very happy around us, so that's a good sign. Yep. As the sponsor, Paul, are you happy with that? And what do you make of the draw?
Oh, yes, there's some great games there, some tight games, and hopefully, as far as I'm concerned, there'll be a few draws in there. And as I say, so no, I'm very happy with the draw, and I think it'll be the competition that we hope it'll all be.
And the beauty of it is you've got the big hitters, you've got the underdogs as well. So it'll be interesting seeing everyone's thoughts on the permutations there. There'll be people saying a chance of a Linfield Glentoran semi-final. And Paul, if I could just bring you in a little bit closer to me, you've played in that derby match, you have that experience of that atmosphere. That's just one option of how things could pan out, but what a game that could be, potentially with only one of them with the option of a final there.
Yeah, you could work out the way the draw is going to go, but you have to get past the next round. We found that out last week, and once you get past this round, there's some big games in there, and you know, Glens and Linfield, they'll have their eye on the semi-finals, and it'll make out to be a good game if both progress.
And a number of teams that have never been able to be winners before. Newry City twice beaten in the final. I'm not sure if you were born for the first one of those, so I'm not going to test your history, but how they would love to try and go the distance here.
Yeah, you know, teams maybe lower down the table, you know, they look at cup competitions and see how far they can progress and see if they can go on and win it, because it's a real big incentive for them.
Massive incentive. We can see the matches again. Just a reminder of who is playing who. That semi-final draw on your screens now. And just to go back, thank you to the quarterfinals. Loughgall against Glentoran, Cliftonville versus Newry City, Coleraine versus Dungannon Swifts, and Linfield play hosts to Anna United. And the semi-finals, Cliftonville or Newry City against Coleraine or Dungannon Swifts. So you could have a rematch of the March final in the semi-finals, or you could have a brand new combination. And Loughgall against Glentoran, they will play the winners of Linfield and Anna United. That's a really cracking draw. A reminder, the semi-final games will be played on the 6th and 7th of December. The quarter-final games are the 1st of November in the BetMcLean Cup. And tell you what, there's going to be a lot of reaction, I think, after that draw. Some very exciting games. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. It's been a pleasure. The polls have kept us right, as I knew that they would. Thank you for watching our live stream here on the official Northern Ireland Football League YouTube channel. And there's lots of content coming soon, so make sure you subscribe, and then you'll get access to it. Goals, features, interviews, the lot. So make sure, as you watch this, that you hit that subscribe button, and you will be able to get access to it all going forwards. But for now, the formalities are over. The fun is set to begin in the BetMcLean Cup. So we'll bid you good night. Thank you very much for watching.